Today we are back here on Madden 27 to do a Tennessee Titans rebuild. The Tennessee Titans going into this season are one of my teams to watch. I feel like they could surprise a lot of people. I like a lot of what they've done to surround Cam Ward with talent. Robert Saleh's in town now, so I can't wait to see what we can do with this Titans team today. But before we get into today's video, YouTube does tell me about 80% of the people that watch these videos aren't actually subscribed. So if you follow that, want to change that, that'd be greatly appreciated. So the Tennessee Titans are going into this season with new logos, new uniforms, new head coach. There's a lot of new here, new weapons for Cam Ward. So I'm excited for this Titans team. I think they could be kind of interesting, maybe a surprise darling team this year that can just make a little bit of noise. I'm not expecting them to like make the playoffs or anything, but I do think they're going to be a fun team to play against and a tough competitive team at that. Now, I just did my first Madden 27 rebuild with the Commanders, obviously, and I feel like I was kind of rough. There was a lot of new changes that I felt really overwhelmed with, so I feel a little bit more prepared today because I went into the last video completely blind, not knowing what to expect. Today, I feel I'll be a little more prepared of what I have to do to put this team on the right track. And I also tested if playbooks, make a difference. I don't think it did. I didn't really notice any changes when I, adjusted playbooks in my previous rebuild. So today, I don't think I'm going to change the playbook at all. I'm just going to hope that we can eventually turn this into something, and we'll see if we can eventually make a Super Bowl team out of the Tennessee Titans. So this is what the lineup looks like. We have Cam Ward, Tony Pollard, Wan'Dale Robinson, of course, Carnell Tate, Calvin Ridley still in town, forgot about him, Gunnar Helm, Latham. While there is some appealing things about this team, obviously there's still a lot this team needs to be like a contender or anything like that. So that's hoping what I can do today. And then defensively, you also have like Anthony Hill, Kendrick Folk, of course, was a first-round pick as well. Winston, Cordell Flott, so Alante Taylor. So they brought in a lot of guys, and I'm excited to see what this Titans team can do. So I think the first step, as usual, is to go ahead and get into year number one and see how this team finishes up in year number one without us doing anything. Now, the one thing we got to make sure of is that obviously we got to get Carnell Tate some reps in his rookie season. There's no need for him to not play at all. So we'll make sure he's on the depth chart ready to play because we cannot miss out that opportunity. I did with Antonio Williams with the Commanders. I tried to put him in and it wasn't working. But today I'm going to make sure that it does. We cannot afford for Carnell Tate to have no catches in his rookie season. So let's get to the regular season first and foremost. And let's go ahead and get Carnell Tate as a starter. And I will see you guys at the end of year number one just to see how this Titans team does with some of the new talent that they have around Cam Ward. And hopefully Cam Ward has himself a good, sophomore season as well. So unfortunately, at the end of year number one, things didn't go that great. We finished up at 2-15, which I hate to see. That probably means Cam Ward didn't play too well, which, yeah, really, really sucks. I hate to see that. And obviously, we don't need to look at the, that, so we can go ahead and not worry about that. But mock drafts, we can view mocks later. So anyway, let's look at the stats for the season to kind of see. Hopefully Cam Ward still put up good stats. I don't know. So offensively, 2018. I mean, he put up 4,000 yards. That's not bad. So I like that at least. And then defensively, 31st. So both sides of the ball were just really bad. But I will say, it's not like he threw like 20 picks or anything. So I think it was an okay sophomore season for Cam Ward. You had 3 touchdowns, 841 yards from Tony Pollard. Wan'Dale Robinson and Carnell Tate both got, 1,000 yards, which is great to see. I love that. 9 touchdowns, 10 touchdowns from Wan'Dale Robinson. So the 2 weapons that the Titans brought in definitely were awesome, which is good. And then Jermaine Johnson, of course, they traded, I believe, Tart to the Jets for Jermaine Johnson, and he came in and had 11.5 sacks, and Jeffrey Simmons as well with 9. So overall, we weren't a good team, but I'm very happy with the stats that were put up, I guess, which, is not really a win, but it is. And then I don't know, guys. I guess I could just look at it here, but I do remember there was another way to look at this stuff. But yeah, so Coach of the Year went to Harbaugh and then MVP. And then I think this is where, yeah, so I guess this is how I'll look at the awards. Offensive Player of the Year went to Jamar Chase. D-Point went to Josh Allen, at least in the AFC. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Mendoza. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year went to David Bailey. If we take a look at the NFC, you had Derek Moore get it. And then Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jordan Tyson, Aiden Hutchinson, Devontae Adams, and Eddie Pinion. I guess that's best kicker. But okay, so I guess that's how I'll have to look at awards because I could not find it last year at all. Because, obviously there used to be like a season recap thing, and I don't know if that doesn't exist anymore, if maybe I just can't find it. Anyway, yeah, it was very not a good season, obviously. So let's get into the offseason and see what we can do to make this team better. Because obviously, well, we need to get to the offseason. We're still in the playoffs right now. So let's get to the offseason and see what we can do to better this roster. Because clearly, what we have is not enough. I love the stats, but the record, not there at all. The Seahawks ended up beating the Chargers in the Super Bowl, so they're back-to-back Super Bowl champions. Good for them. And now we need to talk about, obviously, some of our free agents. So I did find out that if you do not like click on these like re-signs, that the AI might just re-sign them for you. So that's definitely something different, obviously, which is kind of annoying in a way. I will say that I have to click on every single one of these guys to make a decision, but you know, it is part of being a GM, I guess. So we do have Jermaine Johnson, who just had a really good season. I do not want to do a franchise tag on him though, so I would rather just talk to Jermaine Johnson. So let's see what we can give him, and I gotta make sure I do, because I think I was not paying attention, and I think I was giving some of these guys like 8-year deals, which I guess is fine, but some guys do not need that. So sitting down today, wanting to make this home. He just had a good season, so I'd like to keep him around. Explain why the structure works. No change. Security swap. Well, you don't want to add more years to the deal. I think I'm fine with it. We can add one more year. I think a 3-year deal sounds good to me, or whatever I just clicked there. Total value is still a big part from this. Reduce salary, add year. So we could add a year, guarantee a year. Let's reduce salary, add a year. So 3 years deal, 3-year deal, and you know, I was at 80% interest. And then I'll ask him, you know, pitch why the value works, see if he wants to come back, and we'll see. Pitch usage of value. I'm not going to do this on every single free agent, obviously, but this guy put up good numbers for us, and we'll hold firm on that. I don't really want to go too crazy over 79 overall. Raise the salary 10%. I guess we'll do that. All right, there you go. That should get it done. All right, let's go. So we got our first free agency re-sign here with Jermaine Johnson. I feel that's fine. 3-year deal for him. So welcome Jermaine Johnson, but I'll probably take care of the rest, or it's going to take me forever. So yeah, let me go ahead and take care of the rest of these, and then we'll get into free agency. Okay, so I've made 3 offers in free agency on Ed Oliver. I've gone on Brian Branch, and I've gone in on Equanu. So we're going to see if we get any of them. I have no idea if we will, but guess we'll find out. So we're going to advance to the next hour, see if we get anybody to sign with us. So Brian Branch, we did not get. He chooses the Steelers. I tried, unfortunately, did not choose us. Okay, let's see if we got anybody else. Ed Oliver went to the Falcons. Equanu went to the Bears. So we literally struck out on everybody. Okay, well, I might have to turn my attention to a Taylor Decker or Rasheed Walker, but our left tackle situation is not the best. So unfortunately, yeah, it's not going to be so easy to just sign free agents. It really isn't going to be this year, unless there's an easier way, and I just don't know what I'm doing yet, which is possible. But yeah, so far this is not as smooth as, you know, just usually going out there and signing whoever you want. It's not that easy, which to me it's kind of fun, but it also can be frustrating at times, because we could be here forever trying to sign free agents. So I'll go one more time on like Rasheed Walker. This is like the only guy that I feel is interested in. If not, we literally go in the draft and we didn't pick up anybody in free agency because we tried. So we'll increase base salary. We do need to upgrade at left tackle, I feel like. So we'll see if we can get him to come over. If not, then like I said, we strike out on everybody. So I want to make sure the piece is right. Let's make 4% bonus increase. But our left tackle situation is not the best. That's why I wouldn't mind getting Rasheed Walker. I'll hold firm on that offer. If we don't get him, we don't get him. It's not going to hurt me. 95% interest. Show what other players make. Wait, that's interesting. Refuse to raise salary. Ask for hometown discount. Oh, is he from here? Interesting. Okay. I'll do it 50%, I guess, and that's it. I'll end there. So he should, you know, figure it out. Let's see what he wants to do with that. Hopefully we get him. Nothing, man. I don't know. I'm not good at this so far. I cannot get anybody to come to the Titans right now. So I guess free agency is just not where we're going to upgrade this offseason. We struck out on 4 different people. So you know what? Let's just head straight to the draft. At least we'll know we'll have a great draft picks. We really need to hit that. But yeah, unfortunately, we got literally nobody, which is actually insane. But that is the beauty of Madden 27, as I've noticed. So, okay, let's head to the draft, and let's see. I don't know. Like I said, guys, if you have any tips and suggestions, let me know, because, yeah, I can't get anything done in free agency, at least for this video. I got a couple guys in the Commanders video, but this one, nothing. But I'll see you in the draft. So we actually have the #1 overall pick, which is pretty interesting. So there are so many ways we can go with this pick. I mean, we could also trade this pick, trade down. There's so many different ways to go about this, but I do almost feel like taking Tyreek Tucker out of Indiana to be that interior D tackle next to Jeffrey Simmons sounds pretty good to me. But we should explore the trades really quickly before we just jump in on that. So let's see if we could trade down maybe just a tad bit and pick up some extra draft capital, since we really didn't do anything in free agency to upgrade this team. We get to the second pick. Okay, we can just trade down one pick and pick up future draft picks. I don't hate that idea. Or we can get the 7th pick and the 13th pick in this draft. That actually sounds almost better. Do I want a second and have extra draft picks next year? Let's do this trade, because I do want to get Tyreek Tucker, and maybe the Dolphins take him, but at least we get some value out of this, and the Dolphins should be on the board now. So let's go. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Let's go to our pick. So at number 1 overall, I notice it doesn't change, but we get our guy, and we picked up some draft capital for next year's draft. So I am going to take Tyreek Tucker here and be happy with that. So hopefully he is, yeah, so 11 in true value. Also got an achievement, drafting at 2, stud finder, drafted a rookie with hidden dev trait. So I feel like I already did that yesterday. Interesting that that popped up. I don't know. Okay, but yeah, great start to this draft, and we have extra draft capital for next year's draft, because this is definitely going to be a long-term rebuild with us not getting any free agents. So I do want to get another weapon for Cam Ward at tight end. Gunnar Helm is fine, but he's a 72 overall. And Peter Clark, you know, has elite speed for a tight end. I think that's pretty nice. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in on Peter Clark here with our 2nd round pick. Only 95 true value, got him at 33, but he is hidden dev, so we'll at least take that. So hidden dev, tight end. Welcome to the Tennessee Titans. I don't know if the draft class I'm using is the best by any means, but we do pick up a hidden dev tight end, so I feel good about that. And then last but not least, I mean, we could go with a bunch of different ways here, but we have Matt Rose. Another, we don't need receivers. I feel like we have weapons. The one thing we don't have is a running back, and maybe there is like a trade market that we could go. I mean, Pollard's fine, don't get me wrong, but like Jeremiah Cobb, I don't know. I guess there's top fits for us. A carrying, B ball carrier vision. Speed is decent. Jumping is decent. Do I want to draft a running back right now? I'm fine with Pollard for now, but eventually he does need to be replaced. There is like an edge rush we could take down on the board as well. Anthony Smith, or a free safety and Rod Moore, which I wouldn't hate that, because our safeties aren't the best. I don't think I'm like you know, overly invested in them. So I am going to go ahead and take Rod Moore here, and hopefully he ends up being a decent safety. Yeah, there we go. 47 true value, got him at 65, and he's only normal dev, but still true value was there. So I guess we'll be happy with that. All right, other than that, we'll let the AI take care of the rest, and we'll look at what the team looks like. We didn't get a whole bunch of changes, unfortunately, because free agency wasn't kind to us, but at least we added some talent in the draft. So I literally was not recording while I was talking about the lineup going into year 2. So I'm really mad at myself for that. But this is what things look like. Now, obviously, things look different because I just simulated a season. But yeah, so the AI ended up getting us a left tackle somewhere late in the draft who is now a 78. He was a 75 hidden dev. So really happy with having him over here. But yeah, pretty mad about that. That tight end we drafted ended up being a superstar dev after this season, which is awesome. So I think that ended up being a slam dunk pick. Defensively, Tyreek Tucker, 72 overall. And then not much else has changed over here for the most part. But yeah, pretty mad that I was not recording. I stopped recording, and then I forgot to click start again, because sometimes I get scared my PC is going to blue screen. So I always like click stop and start sometimes. But anyway, because this happened before. We finished up at 6-11 this year. So we got better by 4 games. I'll take it. We'll, you know, take the improvement. We did lose 52-42 in week 17 and lost to the Texans 33-6, but overall, got to be happy with that. Offensively, 26th in the NFL, so still not ranking very well in offense. Defensively, 24th in the NFL. So, yeah, 28-7 from Cam Ward. You had 5 touchdowns, 993 yards from Pollard. Carnell Tate still playing well. Iowa Manor with 845 yards. And then Clark had 526 yards and 5 touchdowns. So, really happy with him getting superstar dev, obviously. And Jermaine Johnson, man, he better get star dev here soon. He has had double-digit sack seasons. El Dejo also double-digit sacks this season. Love to see that. 3 from Cedric Gray, 3 from Juan Taylor, 2 from Winston, and 1 from Amani Hooker. All right. Well, once again, not in obviously the playoffs. So hopefully we can strike some free agency deals to, you know, kind of take a shortcut to better this roster. We missed out on everybody. Getting Brian Branch last year would have been amazing. We missed out on him. Hopefully we can do a little bit better in this free agency period. But yeah, it was pretty bad last year. So hopefully we can do better. But we'll see who wins the Super Bowl and all that. So Super Bowl went to the Giants. They beat the Bills 26-3. And we are going to have $113 million in cap space. So that is good. So a lot of money to work with. That might mean we got some free agents to worry about. Like Jeffrey Simmons might be a free agent. We'll have to see on that. But we do need to upgrade at center. Hopefully we get an upgrade at running back. But we will accept Cam Ward's 5th-year option. Despite us, you know, despite the record not being so good, I'm happy with what he's done. So actually, apparently there's not a lot of guys to re-sign. So we got Hooker, Hendon Hooker, which we won't worry about bringing him back. And we got long snapper. I mean, we'll not worry about him too much. Elliott, we'll pass. Yeah, I don't need to bring him back. Okay, so as far as Peter Skoronski is concerned, do I have to just... The only thing I can do is place a franchise tag on him, I guess. That's kind of annoying. Non-exclusive franchise tag. I can't just talk to him about an extension. Maybe I pissed him off too much. I don't know. So, let's see. Can I just talk to him about negotiating a contract? I don't really need to. I don't want a franchise tag. I want to just talk to him. So, let's see what he's saying here. Okay, yeah. So, we can negotiate a contract with him. Good. Okay, so I'm going to give him a 3-year deal. And I'm not going to show all this, but hopefully we can get him to come back. Okay, so unfortunately, that did not work at all. So, you know what? I hate to do it, but he is our best offensive lineman, so I'm going to franchise tag him. He ran out of patience with me. I guess I was taking too long to say the right thing. So, yeah, I did not get him. So, we are going to go into, I guess, free agency prep next. But, yeah, so Skronsky, we're going to franchise tag him because losing him would have been... I'll handle it, but getting a... What? Okay, so I guess I could have waited to this point to do it, so my bad. But now he wants to talk an extension. So I guess you could franchise tag him and then, you know, do an extension, which is good. Okay. So, all right, now we're back to where we were, I think. So, talk about his career timeline. Let's see. Good. Okay. Drop a year, raise bonus, add 2 more years. It's already a 4-year deal. Drop a year, cut salary, add a year, keep length, raise salary. Something like that. We might get some going here. Okay, boom. We got a signing. Hey, it's just a re-signing, but we got someone to sign on the dotted line. I do like the animation, though. I'm not going to lie. With the, like, signature, it does feel pretty good. Latham would like to bring him back as well. I think, he's star dev, I believe. So we're going to bring him back, and we'll see what he wants to do. But this is definitely going to take a lot of our money away, but hopefully we can get him as well. Okay, so I've been aggressive in this free agency period as well, and I've made like 4 offers. And one of the offers, I've noticed that I don't even think it gave me the chance to resign Cedric Gray unless I completely missed it. But hopefully we get him back. I have no idea. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's not a good sign. I'm like not getting these guys to agree right away or what it is. But unfortunately, we're going to have to see. So it does seem like we're the only team interested in Trevin Wallace, at least to this point, at least from what I can tell. So hopefully that gives us an advantage, but hopefully we can get at least a couple of these guys. We gave up pretty good offers, I feel like. So fingers crossed. We do get Trevin Wallace. That's good. I guess we walk away with him. So we didn't get a chance to re-sign Cedric Gray, which I'm a little annoyed by. Bishop, unfortunately, did not come to us either. I made one other offer, I believe, somewhere. Or maybe that was it. I thought I made some other offer, but I guess not. Okay, so we only get one guy in free agency overall. I'm definitely struggling with free agency. I might have to watch a tutorial video on how to win some of these deals, but yeah, I think I only got Trevin Wallace because no other team was interested in him. Apparently, I think someone pointed out that like every single team goes after the highest ranked guy, and then eventually it'll go to the next guy, which is definitely an issue, which doesn't really make a lot of sense. But I would have loved Bortolini. He would have been perfect to, complete our offensive line, but did not get him. I don't know if there's anybody else I want to be in on. Like, I guess we have this guy here who's the star dev. Would be better than what we have at home. So I'll try to talk to him as well. See if we can get him on the team. Bonus total contract value. Go ahead and just throw some money at him. We can add a year since it was only a 2-year deal. Let's see if we can get him to come over. Not so many. I'm looking at the total value. Looks for a bump in contract value. Okay, he's looking for a bump. So increased salary. There we go. That's exactly what you wanted. Sign the dotted line. I think that if we get set on the value, okay, I'll raise it again. That's what we need. We need a center, and he wants to take it over. So I don't know if he'll choose us. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I clicked on the button last year where you could advance. Hey, we got him. Okay, so I guess we did win a free agency battle with one guy where a bunch of teams were interested, but that gives us kind of somewhat of a completed offensive line, so I'll take that. We do need to get a running back some point this offseason. That is what I'm missing the most, is a running back for sure. And then we'll go see if there's any Sam linebackers, and a strong safety I would love to get as well. So let's go see if there's any kind of running back. Jordan Mason is already signed, Blake Corum, but yeah, none of these guys really or anybody I'm interested in. Bishop would have been moved to strong safety, so nothing here. But the one thing we do have is extra draft picks, so we could use that to our advantage and make a trade. I didn't make a ton of trades last year, but I feel like that's going to be maybe some of our best friends now, because free agency is so hard, man. But again, it's cool. It's a blessing and a curse, I feel like. So let's head to the draft, and let's see, if we can make a trade before draft night potentially. But we'll have a decent pick here once again. We'll have to keep that in mind. So I'm going to go ahead and take the risk on Najee Parker here with pick number 9. I feel as if we need a strong safety added to this team. He's got good grades, I feel like. So going to take the shot up. And number 1 in true value got me number 9. Wow. Okay. Did not expect that to be that good, but I will take it. And then I think we trade for a running back. I think we need to put this over the top and trade for a running back. So that is what we'll do next. So let's go see. We got all these extra draft picks. Let's go make a running back added to give Cam Ward another weapon in the backfield. So I don't know what we'll go in on, but just like, you know, like a Judkins would be interesting if the Browns, they have negative cap room though. Bucky Irving could be fun. I have no idea. They have negative 11. Never mind. Can't do that. Well, I guess if they traded Bucky, it would be that. Jeremiah Love probably be hard to pull off. It almost feeling like the Titans would have drafted him, but didn't happen, obviously. Jonathan Taylor in division trade with his overall be kind of hard to pull off if I had to guess. Achan. I mean, obviously there's always talks about Achan being traded. Could I pull this off? Let's see. Oh, whoops. I guess I need to pause the draft because it's going to interrupt our trade process. Okay. Okay. We're glitched now. All right. Let's try that. Let's pause the draft and let's try this again. Okay. Let me build a trade for Achan. So I'm going to start the bidding with our 2 second-round picks, which they're decent second-round picks. So this might be, and this is also trade decline. Trade interest level is pretty high though. So, okay. We like direction, but need more to feel comfortable moving forward. So, you know, and we can give them one of these third round picks as well. And trade accepted. We got Devon Achan to be our new running back in Tennessee. And we still have a 3rd round pick on top of that. So if this team can't make some noise next year, I don't know if we'll be a playoff team, but I feel as if we should be like 9-8, 8-9, something like that. I do think that's in the realm of possibility. Do we take another? I might take another edge rusher because you can never have enough guys going after the quarterback. So I'm going to take Griffin here. He's going to be 161 true value, only normal dev, so not a great pick, but that's okay. I feel very good about what we accomplished this offseason. Don't get me wrong, would have been better if we would have gotten a few other guys in for agency, but overall, Achan, Trevin Wallace, I feel very good about our haul. And of course, we drafted number 1 overall player at pick 9. Now, this is what the offense is going to look like. So we got Cam Ward, Devon Achan, Carnell Tate, Io Manor, Wandale Robinson, DK, Clark, Latham, Carmona, Hensman, Skoronski, and Summers. And then on the defense side of the ball, we have Winston, who apparently might need a contract extension. So maybe this is what I did. Maybe I didn't talk to Cedric Gray about stuff like this. So this would probably be my fault. That's probably my fault on the Cedric Gray thing then. So yeah, I would like to keep Kevin Winston. I kind of said something about how I wasn't confident in my safeties, but I forgot Kevin Winston's a young safety. I don't know why I thought he was a veteran, but I need to understand if that's what's getting out here. We want you. What? I don't understand them. Maybe I'm not reading it. I don't know, but the upfront price is right. Front load the deal, I guess, and that should get it going. I think we're close at finishing this. I'll add a year. He's only like 25, I think, or something like that. So, yep. So wants to be fully. Oh, he wants it to be fully guaranteed, I guess. Okay, fully guarantee the deal. Should be done. And boom. Okay, signed Kevin Winston. So we got an extension done with him. That's probably what I missed. So I'll have to keep that in mind, that if there is a negotiation thing, then maybe I need to jump in on it. But I don't see anything else. But 86 overall, strong safety. That is fantastic. I love to see that. Okay, I guess Cordell Fly, but I'm probably not, that worried about re-signing him right now. All right, man. Hopefully this year we see some improvement. I feel like there should be. I don't know if we could get better here, but we'll. I guess we'll just move these over, but we'll keep the playbooks and all that the same. Got a little bit better last year. Hopefully a little bit more improvement this year with all the changes we have made. And at the end of year number 3, we ended up making the playoffs at 11-6. So yes, I have to love this, man. So playbooks really do not play a factor anymore. I love that so much, man. This is what Madden has needed for so long. Just roster improvement gets you wins. I'm so happy about that. I feel like they finally changed that, actually. So that is awesome. And I feel like we've put together a pretty good team around Cam Ward as well. So offensively, 10th in the NFL. Love to see that. And then defensively, we were 3rd in the NFL. So both sides of the ball ranked so awesome. 35-8 from Cam Ward. You had 10 touchdowns, 1,200 yards from Devon Achan, 1,200 yards from Carnell Tate, and 13 touchdowns on top of that. Wandale Robinson with 1,000 yards, 900 from Io Manor, who had a good season as well. And Clark with 680 yards in his own right. Sacks wise, you had a lot of guys getting sacks. Love to see that. 11.5 from Odejo, 9.5 from Dwayne Johnson, 9 from Simmons, 7.5 from new addition Trevin Wallace, 6.5 from Tyree Tucker, 2 from Kendrick Folk. Love to see it. And then there was a few interceptions as well, not to mention, and forced fumbles. You did have 3 from Najee Parker. So let's see what he is right away. He's an X factor immediately, so that probably helped out quite a bit as well, obviously. But Love to see that. All right, guys, let's jump in this playoff game against the Denver Broncos, and hopefully we can beat them, man. So if we look at the playoff bracket, of course, let's look at it. If I can click it, there we go. View playoff picture. So here we go. We're the 4th seed playing the Broncos. We did not win a division, so that's something to keep in mind. Texans are hosting a playoff game, so they won a division. Patriots, Ravens, Chargers, and Eagles have the bye. Okay, let's jump in and play the Denver Broncos. Hopefully we can get a win here in the playoffs. So Cam Ward's first playoff game here at home with the Denver Broncos coming to town. And I actually remember, I think Cam Ward's first start came against the Broncos. So we actually get off to a fast start getting a stop, but we are on our 1 yard line. So that's kind of scary. But we get an interception from Anthony Hill and we will score off the turnover, but the Broncos tie it up pretty quickly. 14-7 though. Love to see that. Can we keep the foot on the pedal? All right, so I have a 7-point lead at the moment, but the Broncos are going to tie it up. So back and forth game so far. 14-14, and we will put up a field goal to take the 3-point lead into half. All right, we get the ball out of half and nothing with it, but our defense gets a stop here. We score to make it a 10-point game, but Broncos waste no time. At 28-27 now, but we get the score right back. Okay, 31-35. Damn, this is back and forth as can be. And it's 34-35 with 6 minutes and 29 seconds left in this game. We got to hold on here, and we will put up a field goal, and we get a stop. And I think that's all she wrote. And guys, we have beat the Denver Broncos 38-34. Wow, what a playoff game. That was a high-scoring affair against Bo Nix. But Cam Ward's playoff debut came against the Broncos. They lost, obviously. And his first playoff game comes against the Broncos, and we won. So love to see that. Let's take a look at the stats as well. 4 touchdowns for each quarterback. Bo Nix had 444 yards, and Cam Ward had 346. You did have an interception from Bo Nix. 69 yards from Achane and 77 yards from RJ Harvey. Wan'Dale Robinson with 143 yards. Franklin had 132. Iomanner had 2 touchdowns. Carnell Tate had 67 yards, so nothing crazy, but 1.5 sacks from Trevin Wallace. And as we saw, Anthony Hill got the interception. Okay, we're moving on. We're out of wild card round. Let's go to the divisional round now. So now we're on the road as things get a little bit tougher as we go to Gillette Stadium to play Drake May and the Patriots. So this one probably going to be a little bit tougher. Obviously, they do go up 3-0, start things off, and we do get a touchdown. So 7-3 lead for us, and we get a fumble recovery. Scoring off turnovers is so important. Can we do that here? And we get a field goal off it. Okay, better than nothing. And we go up 17-3 here. So we're off to a great start, but of course, you know, still plenty of time. 20-6. 20-13, started back in it, but we score again to make it a 2-possession game again. Defense, offense playing well. Uh-oh, fellas. I think we may got this going for us. 37-21, 44-21. Cam Ward is playing his ass off right now. 47-29. Could we put up 50 in a playoff game? We put up 50 in a playoff game over the Patriots. What a high-scoring affair, by the way. Oh my gosh, they're still not out of this, but there's no timeouts remaining. So 50-42. What a freaking playoff game. Should I have 15-minute quarters? Man, these games are really high scoring and kind of scary, but wow, what a performance. So 4 touchdowns, 430 yards from Cam Ward, and Drake made 3 touchdowns, 390 yards. No pick for either quarterback, though. Cam Ward, 74% completion percentage. Henderson had 80 yards, 79 from Achane. And then, oh my gosh, Wan'Dale Robinson with 222 touchdowns and 222 yards, 3 touchdowns. AJ Brown, 140, 112, and a touchdown from Carnell Tate. Defensively, Kendrick Folk had a sack, and then there was no interceptions, as I said. Okay, well, we're headed to the AFC Championship game. Let's go see who we get to play. So now we're in the AFC Championship game, and we're on the road in SoFi Stadium to play the Los Angeles Chargers. So let's come out here and see what we can do. We start off with possession. Let's get off to a fast start, shall we? And hey, field goal at least, nothing, you know, better than nothing. So it's 7-3 though for the Chargers. Do we score here? Nope, they're up 14-3. So we are trailing right now, but we get back in it. Still only down 1 possession, 17-10. Can we score here? We get an interception with 13 seconds left. So let's see if I can take advantage of this field position and get us a touchdown here with us not having a lot of time. We do have all 3 timeouts, so we need to walk away with a field goal or a touchdown. So I think we could probably take at least 1 shot at the end zone. I also could turn this ball over pretty badly, so hopefully that doesn't happen, but let's see what I can do here. Okay, you know what? Oh my gosh. You know, that almost worked out, but it almost didn't work out. So I was like, you know what? We're going to try to squeeze that into Carnell Tate. We got to take shots in the end zone. 8 seconds. Didn't take a lot of time off the clock either, so that was worth it, I think. Okay. Achane, you know, if you could get open, that'd be awesome, but let's see. Do I like that? No. Okay, incomplete. That's probably better. Do I kick the field goal? Yeah, I should probably take the points. So I don't know why I made that throw there, but let's take the points here and just, you know, be down 4 going into half. That's better than obviously what it could have been. So I'll take that instead. And do we get I don't know if we got the ball at a half. So we get an interception from Monty Hooker. So we did not. Let's go score and we take the lead. There we go. So I think that 3 was worth it. 27-17 now. And the Chargers are back in it, only down a field goal. And okay, so 27-24, got a score. Ooh, we did, I think, or we put up field. I don't know what just happened. That was fast. Anyway, we take the lead back, 34-31. I don't know, man. 15-minute quarters may not be the move. There's so much scoring here. I don't know. Is it kind of fun? It's also, I don't know, man. You guys have to let me know if you appreciate the 15-minute quarters. But some of this is like a little too high scoring every freaking game. But I mean, it's 2 playoff teams, but you would think defenses would be better than this. 41-31, though. We beat the Los Angeles Chargers. That's what matters, obviously. So we take a look at the stats for this game. Herbert, 351 yards, 3 touchdowns. Cam Ward with 4 touchdowns, 384 yards. Herbert threw 3 picks, and then we actually had a trick play where our tight end threw a play. Interesting. Okay. Herbert, 3 interceptions. Not good for him. Rushing wise, not a lot of rushing yards from either running back. And then receiving wise, 209 yards from Carnell Tate and 3 touchdowns. What a game for Carnell Tate. And then sacks wise, 1.5 from Oladejo. And then you had Amani Hooker, Trevin Wallace, Alontae Taylor, and then a Debo for the Chargers got a pick. Okay, guys, we're headed to the Super Bowl. So we put up some freaking offensive performances. We'd love to see our defense play a little bit better, but let's go see what we play in the Super Bowl overall. We'll be playing against the Atlanta Falcons here in the Super Bowl. So Titans-Falcons Super Bowl, pretty interesting, but let's see how this is going to go. So we start off with possession and nothing but the Falcons, okay, get stopped on a missed field goal. So decent field position here. Nothing with it, though. Interception from Anthony Hill. We've got turnovers in the playoffs, up 7-0. Okay, so we, get the first lead of the game. Defenses are playing well in this game so far. So maybe this won't be as high scoring as the other one, but there's still plenty of time, of course. We go up 14-6 here, though. They tie it up, and we threw an interception. That's not good. Okay, got to tie it here, and we do, so we make up for that. We get a stop on a 4th down. He misses another field goal, 27 and a 40-yarder. So now we take the 3-point lead, but they take the lead back. Can we go take it back? We do, and they do, 31-35. Okay, so I think it's safe to say we can jump in here. We're in Las Vegas, and let's try to go win this game for this Titans team. So, yeah, Falcons have new uniforms as well. Forgot about that. There's a lot of teams that change uniforms, it feels like. So Achane up the middle. Great run. So that's going to be 85 yards on the day. We might have to go right back to him after that. So that was a great run to start this drive. Gets us to the 50-yard line, and we'll go, I guess, 48, but you know what I mean. Okay, let's go right back to him. Same thing. Not as much this time, and that was actually to Singleton instead, which is interesting because I did no huddle, so it's still substituted. Okay, cool. All right. Wasn't always like that. Anyway, I'm going to go back to a run play again because that was some good yardage again. Not a lot this time, 3rd and 4. Obviously, no matter what, this is 4-down territory, so this is not going to matter. But we're to the 2-minute warning now. Okay, which is fine because if we score here, I don't want the Falcons to have a ton of opportunities to respond to us, clearly. The 31-35, got to get a 1st down here in the worst way possible. So we got to make sure we're comfortable with whatever we're calling here. So I'm going to go quick short post. I'm going to hope that one of these stop routes is there for us, or curl, or whatever you want to call it. So Tate, Robinson, Clark, hopefully one of you are going to be just open. Clark should have a chance to turn it around and 1st down. There we go. So that's what I wanted. Okay, 1st down has been, and Cam Ward's had 3 interceptions this game. Not great. So I hate that, but that's okay. Still plenty of time in this game. We do have some interesting routes here. Definitely will be looking for Gunna Helm, but we'll see if Clark, splits it. Or Achane on the other side looks good too. Gunna Helm's open though. That's what I wanted. Does he outrun Jesse Bates? He does not. But we do get a 1st down, and we're closer to the red zone. And now I think we should run the ball again. So let's go back to halfback dive because we got a lot of yards on a couple of these plays. And we want Falcons to not have much time left remaining. And there is it looked like it was going to be a nice hole, but unfortunately there was some penetration by Walker in the backfield. We won't run it again just to be safe. We could run it again, but I don't know. Let's not. Let's go spacing here. And I don't like this play at all either. All right, we're just going to do it anyway. And, B's open, so we're good. So Clark's going to turn around, not get us a 1st down, but we'll go no huddle. 3rd and inches. This is going to be a big play. I'm going to go to halfback dive for this. Achane, I trust you get a yard. Please get a yard. If we don't, that's going to be very... Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, it got blown up immediately. 4th and 2. This is going to be a big play. Wow. All right. I think we got to go back to some of these stop route plays because they've been great. This is going to be scary territory here. So Tate, Io Manor, let's see what we got open. So, oh my gosh, this is gonna be scary. Io Manor, hang on. He does. Oh my gosh, we gotta call timeout. Wow. Okay. Field goal does us no good here. We have to throw this at the end zone. Damn, this is scary stuff right now. Okay, so we have probably 2 plays, if that. Oh boy, here we go. I think, you know what? Cam Ward for the win. Cam Ward for the win. Let's go. 3 seconds left. I'm gonna run it up the middle. 37-35. Io Manor, the fact that you hung on to that ball was freaking awesome. And that is how this one's going to end. So Cam Ward up the middle for the Super Bowl victory. Wow. I have no idea who their QB was, but I hope you guys did enjoy that. What a rebuild. This was so much better than the Commanders one. I felt way more prepared. Still needs some work in free agency. I don't know if I'm doing anything wrong or it's just simply that difficult. But anyways, I'll see you on the next video. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.